So in part one, we covered a controlled experiment where AI-informed ad variant beat professionally crafted human copy by 40%. But a number alone proves nothing, right? What made this result credible was the methodology behind it. And understanding that methodology will also show you why most teams running AI-assisted tests are producing results they shouldn't trust. Minimum sample size was calculated upfront, based on the baseline conversion rate, a 15% minimum detectable effect, and 95% confidence. They didn't peak at the results until the threshold was met. 55 split with proper randomization verified across traffic sources, device types, and user segments. 3 full weeks to account for weekly traffic patterns and eliminate temporal anomalies. Predefined stopping rules. No eyeballing the dashboard and calling it when it looked good. The final numbers: 2.8 conversion on the control, 3.9% on the AI-informed variant, a 40.3% relative lift, p-value of 0.003, well below the 0.05 threshold, statistically rock solid. Is 40% unusually high? A bit, but not enormously so. Analysis of AI-powered A/B testing shows average conversion increased of 25 to 30% when AI is implemented properly. Higher lifts appear when you're testing high variance elements like value propositions or calls to actions, which is exactly what this test did. Now, here's what most coverage of AI in marketing completely ignores. There is a trap quietly destroying A/B test credibility across the industry, and it's directly tied to how people are using AI. Most teams experimenting with AI-informed testing are using ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, or other LLMs for both copy generation and data analysis. Generating hypotheses in creative, great use of the tools. Analyzing test results, that is a disaster in the making. Generative models are probabilistic systems designed to predict the next most likely word in a sequence. They are not doing math. When you ask an LLM to determine whether your A/B test is statistically significant, it doesn't calculate anything. It generates texts that sound like a statistical analysis, and because it's optimizing for plausibility, not accuracy, it will confidently report significance that doesn't exist, fabricate p-values that sound right, and miss data quality issues that proper statistical tools catch immediately. We tested this directly. Fed GPT-4 raw A/B test data. Ask it to assess statistical significance. It said, yes, p-value of 0.03, here's why your variant won. Ran the same data through actual statistical software, real p-value was 0.12, not significant. The AI hallucinated a win with complete confidence and profession, sounding reasoning. The fix is clean. Use generative AI for hypothesis generation and creative development. Use dedicated statistical platforms or AI that is built for data analysis to do all the math at the end. Keep humans in the loop for strategy and final decision. There is one more thing worth understanding. A/B tests are excellent measuring isolated short-term effects, but a variant that wins in a test sometimes loses impact when it rolled out across channels because the test couldn't account for seasonality, channel overlap, or how your other marketing interacts with the variant. A marketing mix model looks at the full system, how channels, messages, timing, and spend interact, and tells you whether your A/B win will hold at scale or disappear when real-world variables enter the picture. Together, an A/B test and a marketing mix model don't tell you just who won. It will tell you why they won and whether it will keep winning. So 5 years ago, generating 20 copy variations required weeks of creative time. Today, it takes an afternoon. The teams winning right now aren't necessarily smarter or more creative. They're testing more hypotheses, more rigorously, with better starting points from better data. They're using AI for what AI is actually good at, and statistics for what statistics is actually good at. This 40% lift wasn't magic, it was methodology. And unlike magic, methodology is something you can build, repeat, and improve. The question is whether you're building the system. or still running the same playbook you used 5 years ago?